Well, it's Saturday morning and we're here at the bank. Todd's inside getting a cashier's check and we're getting ready to hit the road because we're going to pick up something. And no, it's not a camper. You'll be shocked. Stay tuned. Taylor, what is it? Whoa, that was really close. We're almost there.
Almost there. What are we gonna get? I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see.
Good decision, bad decision. There will be very many mixed opinions on what we're about to do.
Yep.
But that's all right. We all know what opinions are like, so. And, you know, I'm not even sure what it's gonna be like, but I guess we're gonna find out.
Yep.
Yes, that's right. You're seeing correctly. We're at a Ford dealership to go buy our first Ford truck. But before we buy it, we're going to take it to a cat scale and weigh it to find out its exact weight. What is this truck? What is this truck? Okay. Here we are. Alright, here we go. We're going to weigh the truck on the scale all by itself. Good looking truck. It's a Ford F350 2022 model Lariat. It's got the camper package and the Godzilla 7.3 gas engine.
Yep. In a minute.
We're waiting with great anticipation.
Because this is actually the determining factor.
It really is.
It's the final.
If it comes back in really bad, then that would be bad.
It'll be bad for that guy. He'll be like, why did I let them take it to a cat
Yeah.
scale?
Hey,
Hello.
I got you. Go ahead, I got you.
Thankfully, there's nobody behind us. It's a good looking truck.
Just go in and get a really car.
Okay, go ahead. We're in Hoover, Alabama. It's a good looking truck right there. I'm digging it. Okay, I better go pull off the scale. Here she comes.
All right.
Well, what's the damage?
Well, let's see.
I might have to add it together.
Steer axle 4180. Drive axle 3380. Gross weight 7560.
7560. That sounds about right. Okay, now subtract 7560 from 14,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
6440.
6440. Damn! That's what we get with the gas motor.
Yeah.
Wow, 6440. And the sticker actually says 6253, but that's even better knowing that.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, back to the dealership. You ready to go buy it?
Let's go.
All right. Well, everybody, we bought a new truck. That's right. I'll give you the full specs on the truck on the next video and maybe a quick little walk around later. But I just want to introduce you to our salesman, Brian. Brian, you want to tell everybody where we're at? And
Long Lewis Ford in Hoover. My name is Brian Ayers. All you got to do is give me a shout anytime. I'm absolutely happy to help anybody out. Let me help you upgrade your life, upgrade your truck, upgrade your next vehicle. Whatever you need from us, we'll make sure that you're taken care of. No dock fees, no hidden fees. And I'm actually a non-commissioned salesperson. So we're here for you guys, here for Mr. Todd as well. Whatever you guys need, just let me know.
yeah, it's been great. Brian's been outstanding. It's been a great experience buying a Ford, my first Ford. So if you're in Alabama, this is kind of in Metro Birmingham area, a little outside of Birmingham. So come see Brian at what is it called?
Long Lewis
Long
Ford.
Lewis, that's right. So anyhow, just want to introduce you to him. Now we're going to go get in our truck and get going. Bye-bye, Ram. Treat somebody well.
Now it's gone.
Now it's gone. It's
All
not
those
ours
rails.
anymore.
Yeah.
There's Carla driving the new truck. Getting the feel for it.
Yeah, I like it.
You like it so far?
Yeah, I
Can you see better?
do. Yes.
Better than in the Ram?
Yeah, I think so. For me, I personally like driving this better than the Ram. It doesn't feel as big.
Which is funny because it feels bigger to me, but feels smaller to Carla. That's not surprising.
Different strokes for different folks.
That's right.
Although you like, I'm not saying you don't like it, you're just saying it feels bigger.
Yeah, to me it actually feels like a bigger truck to me than the Ram, but I don't know, everybody gets a different feel for things. Well, we're back home. It's been a few days. I've driven the truck about 300 miles and been really enjoying it so far. But what we got is a 2022 Ford F350 with the 7.3 liter gas Godzilla motor, they call it. And this truck has 373 gears in it. And it was actually special ordered, and somebody did not buy it for whatever reason. They said most of the time people will order stuff, or not most of the time, but sometimes people will order vehicles and then it takes a while for them to build it and for it to come in, and in that time they'll end up finding something else and they'll just buy that. So somebody ordered this, and basically about how I would have spec'd it out probably, because this even has the camper package. So that means it actually has upgraded front springs. It does have a rear sway bar, which actually comes on the 350 anyhow. But if you don't have it on the 250, it actually adds that, from my understanding. And it also gives a camper certification. So this truck is actually certified to have a slide-in truck camper on it, because a lot of trucks, when you buy a new truck, it'll have a tag in there. If you haven't seen it, that'll actually say no slide-in truck campers for that vehicle. But this one's actually certified, so that way if there's any problems with it, it's not going to void the warranty, and it'll be good to go. So, so far, been really enjoying it. Taylor's really enjoyed riding in it. She seems to like it much better than our Ram. I think it's because the Cummins in the Ram, the diesel, just kind of loud, and it bothered her. Sometimes she just seemed kind of unsettled, and she didn't really ever want to get in the truck. Always had to kind of make her get in there. And with this truck, she just had no problem. It's just one of those things we didn't even really think too much about, and then all of a sudden we got it, and we realized she was much calmer. And I don't know, it's just one of those things that kind of worked out. With this being gas, it's a much quieter running vehicle, and it does ride smoother, of course, with it being a 1-ton versus 1.5-ton truck like our Ram 4500. So that's pretty much what the truck is, but I'll go a little bit more in depth and show you the truck here, inside and out, a little bit closer here in just a moment. As I mentioned, this was a special order that somebody did, and I really like the selections that they made on it. I really like the two-tone paint being black with the silver, not silver, but it's like a grayish brown kind of color at the bottom. Looks really pretty. This is a Lariat edition, so it's not the top of the line, but it's got pretty much all the bells and whistles that I like in a truck. The cab, the back seat definitely seems much roomier than what's in the Ram. I mean, it is a little bit larger cab. It's just got the standard spring pack with the overload springs, so I'm gonna have to upgrade the little bump stops down there. I'll probably put some torque lift stable loads maybe this time. I've never used those, so I might try those out. Obviously took the tailgate off in order to get the camper in the garage, so excited about being able to get the camper in the garage. It's an unpainted bed. I did put my rubber mat in there. It's got a FX4 package, 4-wheel drive with the skid plates and all that. So It's nice, very nice truck. I like the mirrors, the power folding mirrors, and telescoping mirrors. So that's really nice, because on the Ram 4500, they were not power fold. Ram does not offer the power folding mirrors in a 45 or 5500. They were power adjustable, just not power folding mirrors. So here's the interior, black leather interior. It's got kind of a, I don't know if it's supposed to be like wood or what. It's kind of a weird looking texture, but I kind of like it. Looks good. It's got the big 12-inch screen on it, which is really cool. Definitely a little more advanced than what we had in the Ram. We got Taylor's stuff back there in the back seat already. Let me go around the other side and crank it up. Sounds pretty good for a V8 with the stock muffler and all. I mean, you know, it's pretty quiet when you're driving it, but you can hear it right now while it's just at idle. But probably put it aftermarket, make it sound really good. I'm still getting used to this Ford stuff here. Being my first Ford, I got a lot to get used to. So before buying this truck, I was looking at other options. I was looking at a Ram 5500 or a Ford F350, and there's just really nothing out there that, I mean, there were a couple things that I liked, but the prices on them were just ridiculous, and wasn't going to be willing to spend that much money. And not to mention, the problem with that is not only are they super expensive, but the insurance it's expensive as well. So actually with my Ram 4500, quick story is, after I bought it, I found out that my insurance company wanted, it was like $3,800 or $4,000 a year to insurance, and I was like, oh crap, what did I just do? So I spent the whole next day, I called about 10 different insurance companies. I got quotes all the way up to $10,000 a year for me to insure that truck as a personal vehicle, which a lot of them didn't really understand why I would want a 4,500 truck as a personal vehicle, but it's what it was. We're just hauling our camper, wasn't working with it, but they basically see it as a commercial vehicle. I did insure it as a personal vehicle, but it still cost me $1,500 a year, and I had to go through a different insurance company, and it was a big hassle. So actually, buying this truck here, my insurance went down $1,000 a year to insure this truck. So, along with our other vehicles, we're able just to bundle the insurance, to add this to our policy. And it only added like $520 a year to add this vehicle on. So saving $1,000 a year is awesome. That pretty exciting. So just another benefit to actually going down to a regular 1-ton over having a 4 or 5 series truck. It's just going to cost a whole lot more to insure. So pretty interesting. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about going to another truck, a heavier duty truck. Then you're gonna have to pay up when you go to insure it for sure. But good luck with that. But let's keep going. Since I've already taken the tailgate off, I figured it's a perfect opportunity to go ahead and weigh the tailgate. I'm real curious as to what the tailgate weighs. It feels pretty heavy. It does have the fold out step in it with the step and the bar that comes up. I call that the old man step, and I definitely need that. And but it feels pretty heavy, so I'm gonna put it on the scale, find out, because with it off, it's gonna be off when we're hauling the camper. That means it's whatever that is, we're gonna have that much more payload capacity. So I got it sitting over there. If I can pick it up by myself, put it on the scale, let's find out. It is heavy. It's really heavy. It's heavier than my Ram tailgate. Woo! Looking like about 78 pounds. Here, let me let you take a look. Woo! That tailgate is heavy. Definitely much heavier than the one on our Ram, but the one on our old Ram, it didn't have the step that folded out either, so a step definitely makes a difference. 78 pounds, that's a big difference. Can add that to the available payload, because it's not going to be on the truck when we're hauling a camper. So when I was looking for a truck, I was obviously looking for the most payload capacity we could get out of a truck, right? As I said earlier, you know, having a truck camper, it's a numbers game. To have the payload and the weight of your camper, you need to have it all figured out, know how much your camper weighs, know how much your truck can hold. Our camper weighs right at about 5,500 pounds as it is, empty with nothing in it, but it does, I mean, no water in it. It does have all of our stuff in it. So that's a pretty heavy camper. So this truck, the reason I was very interested in it was because it had the gas, which the gas motor is lighter than the diesel. So it gives a higher payload number than what you're gonna find typically on a truck with a diesel motor. And having the camper package was even you know, nicer to have too, with the heavier duty front springs. So with this truck, the sticker on it says it has 6,253 pounds of payload, right? As you saw earlier in the video. And then the reason we went to weigh it and we were not in the truck is because I wanted to know exactly how much the truck weighed, you know, with basically empty, except for it did have a full fuel tank. So I didn't want us in it. I know how much we weigh. Typically we would weigh with all the occupants and stuff in it, but I wanted to know brand new how much the truck weighed, right? So that's why we went to the scale to find out. Never done that before I bought a truck. So, and the fact that it had a full gas tank was really great because, you know, I was really thinking that having a full fuel tank would deduct from the payload number of the truck, but since the dealer actually filled it up and we went and weighed it, that the weight of the truck was 7,560 pounds, which left us with 6,440 pounds worth of available payload capacity to the truck. So, and then you figure taking the tailgate off, that's another 78 pounds, and that makes a difference. So adding that 78 pounds back to the payload, that puts it at 6,518 pounds of payload capacity with a full fuel tank. That's pretty darn good for a 1-ton truck. So I'm excited to see how it works out. I mean, that doesn't give us a ton of extra payload, not like we would if we had gotten a 5500 or F350. I mean, that's a whole different ball game there, but we needed something so that we can still get the camper in the garage. I did look at getting a Kellerman system. I went to a local place that installs them. It was going to be over $10,000. I'm not going to do that. It'd be great to have, but wasn't going to do that. So, and that still wasn't going to solve getting our camper in the garage. For the most part, it would have lowered it down. It would have been real close. It probably would have, but real close. So this one definitely solved that problem. And we're going to try it out. Hopefully you like it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, it being a gas motor. But, you know, I guess we'll be the guinea pigs. I haven't seen anybody hauling this heavy of a camper on a Ford F350 with the 7.3. I know there's people out there that are probably doing it, but I haven't been able to find anybody hauling a camper that weighs 5,500 pounds on a gas dually to really see how it is. But we're going to try it out. We're going to figure it out, and I'll let you know how it goes. So fingers crossed. But that's the new rig. So hope you enjoy the video, and we'll keep you updated how things go as soon as we can load it up. I got to get the frame mounts and all that stuff installed on this truck. So that'll be coming up next to do that, so we can go camping. So that's it. So we'll see you next time on Runaway Roses. Bye bye.